is cold, but the air is thick and gray. I'm tracing circles in the ash of yesterday. My eyeliner smudged, I've lost the track of time. Just a lonely soul committing a silent crime. Wake up, brother, don't you let the darkness bind. The morning sun is seeking for your weary mind. From the valley of shadow we shall surely rise. I see the ancient wisdom burning in your eyes. The clouds are heavy, hanging low tonight, but we are searching for the flicker of light. Smoky redemption washing over the pain, finding the sunshine in the middle of the rain. Release your shackles, let the spirit fly free in this smoky redemption. Just you and me. Babylon walls are high, but they're built on sand. Prophets are walking through this holy land. Keep your heart pure while the wicked man schemes. Live your reality, don't just chase a dream. I've walked through fire just to find some peace, waiting for this inner war to finally cease. You offer me a hand, you offer me a song. Maybe this is where my broken heart belongs. The clouds are heavy, hanging low tonight, but we are searching for the flicker of light. Smoky redemption washing over the pain, finding the sunshine in the middle of the rain. Release your shackles, let the spirit crying on the dance floor, staring at my shoes, blending all my heartache with the rhythm and the blues. Every beat is heavy, like a stone inside my chest. I'm looking for a place where a weary girl can rest. Dry your eyes, my darling, don't you let them spill. The universe is moving, it's never standing still. Music is a vessel, let it carry you away, oh, across the silver water of the Montego Bay. The bass is like a heartbeat, steady and so true, wiping away the sadness and the lonely hue. Rhythm takes, falling in the groove. Everything is changing, everything must move. Salt water melodies, sweet and slightly sour, finding all the beauty in our darkest hour. I'll play a lethal skank now to lift up your vibration, a sonic healing session for the entire nation. Love is not a prison, love is not a snare. Cast away your worries and your heavy load of care. I try to find the tempo, I try to catch the swing, but I've forgotten how it feels to have a silver wing. The snare drum is a hammer, the lyrics are a knife, cutting through the static of my complicated life. The bass is like a heartbeat, steady and so true, wiping away the sadness and the lonely hue. Rhythm takes, falling in the groove. Everything is changing, everything must move. Salt water melodies, sweet and slightly sour, finding all the beauty in our darkest hour. Dance until the sorrow turns into a drop of dew. Dance until the spirit feels shiny and brand new. No more lamentation, no more bitter cries, just the reflection of the music in your eyes. Rhythm, let them fall. Rhythm, heal them all. Rhythm takes, falling in the groove. Everything is changing, everything must move. Soft water melodies, sweet and slightly sour, finding all the beauty in our darkest hour. Keep on moving, let the tears dry, under the moonlight, under the Caribbean sky. clock stopped ticking at the stroke of noon. I'm howling at the daylight, chasing the moon. There's a solar eclipse inside of my chest, a heavy dark star that won't let me rest. The light you seek is not in the outer sky. Stop looking for the truth with a blinded eye. Even in the darkness the vision is clear. A warrior of light has nothing to fear. Gravity is pulling, the shadows are long, but we find our rhythm in a funeral song. Black sun shining in the deep, secrets of the ages that we have to keep. A paradoxical glow, a beautiful gloom, burning like a candle in a velvet room. Behold the mystery of the midnight spark. The greatest revelations happen in the dark. Burn away the dust, let the mercury fall. Answer to the spirit when the ancestors call. My heart is a furnace of unsaid prayers, climbing up the smoke on the invisible stairs. I'm dancing with the ghost of a love I once knew, underneath the rays of a darkened hue. Gravity is pulling, the shadows are long, but we find our rhythm in a funeral song. Black sun shining in the deep, secrets of the ages that we have to keep. A paradoxical glow, a beautiful gloom, burning like a candle in a velvet room. First breath of life, between the peace and the edge of the knife. Eclipse the ego, behold the indigo. Darkness is a teacher, silence is the preacher. Black sun shining in the deep, secrets of the ages that we have to keep. A paradoxical glow, a beautiful gloom, burning like a candle in a velvet room. Shine on, black sun, Yeah. Pour me a glass of that morning light. I'm tired of the shadows and the endless white. My throat is parched from the lies I've told. I'm looking for a river made of liquid gold. The rain is a blessing from the clouds above, filling up the vessel with the water of love. Don't waste a single drop of the precious flow. It's the only way to make the inner garden grow. Melting down the ego, melting down the pride, letting the abundance wash away the tide. Liquid gold dripping from the vine. Everything is sacred, everything is fine. A fountain of mercy, a stream of grace, reflecting the beauty of the human race. The sun hits the ripples on the harbor bay, chasing all the ghosts of the night away. Wealth is not a matter of the paper or the ink, it's the clarity of spirit and the way you think. I've been drinking poison from a rusty cup. Now I'm looking down and then I'm looking up. The melody is amber, the rhythm is bright, drowning all my demons in the golden light. Melting down the ego, melting down the pride, letting the abundance wash away the tide. Liquid gold dripping from the vine. Everything is sacred, everything is fine. A fountain of mercy, a stream of grace, reflecting the beauty of the human race. It's flowing through the veins, it's moving through the trees, carried on the wings of the summer breeze. Purer than the diamond, clearer than the glass, watching all the sorrow and the winter pass. Liquid gold, oh, pour it on my soul. Liquid gold, make the broken whole. Liquid gold dripping from the vine. Everything is sacred, everything is fine. A fountain of mercy, a stream of grace, reflecting the beauty of the human race. Let it flow, golden glow, infinite wealth, spirit health. Stiletto heels clicking on the gray pavement slab, chasing after dreams in a yellow taxi cab. city's got a grip like a cold iron fist, but there's a sweet electric feeling I can't resist. Build your foundation on something that lasts, not on the illusions or the ghosts of the past. Even in the desert of the brick and steel, we can find a passion that is rugged and real. The mercury is rising in the sidewalk cracks. No more turning round or looking at the tracks. Concrete love, solid as a rock, staying perfectly steady through the earthquake shock. Hard as the granite, but tender to the touch, giving everything and never asking for much. They say that the flowers cannot grow in the grit, but look at the way that the horizon is lit. A rebel and a lover with a message to send, a loyalty that the winter will never bend. I'm a neon sign in a world of monotone, 1,000 people around me, but I'm always alone. Until the rhythm hits me like a freight train of fire, setting every nerve and every muscle on the wire. The mercury is rising in the sidewalk cracks. No more turning round or looking at the tracks. Concrete love, solid as a rock, staying perfectly steady through the earthquake shock. Hard as the granite, but tender to the touch, giving everything and never asking for much. Metropolitan post, the sound of our hearts thumping under our feet. From the rooftop party to the subway floor, we're knocking on the future's heavy metal door. Concrete, tough, concrete, below, concrete, below and above. Concrete love, solid as a rock, staying perfectly steady through the earthquake shock. Hard as the granite, but tender to the touch, giving everything and never asking for much. Solid love, the city is ours, under the lights and the electric stars. Solid love. I'm staring at the horizon where the blue meets blue, but I'm still haunted by the memory of you. The salt in the air feels like salt in my wound. this world is ever meant to stay. Don't let your sorrow become a heavy chain. Even the tropical heat must invite the rain. The waves are crashing against the jagged rock, waiting for the key to turn inside the lock. Island blues, singing in the dark, searching for a fire, looking for a spark. Stranded in paradise with a heavy mind, leaving the bitterness of the world behind. I see you weeping by the coconut tree, but the spirit of the ocean wants to set you free. A man is just a man, and a storm is just a gale. Set your compass true and adjust your sail. My suitcase is empty, my pride is all gone. I've been singing the blues since the crack of dawn. You play your guitar and the rhythm starts to swing. I'm trying to remember how to actually sing. The waves are crashing against the jagged rock, waiting for the key to turn inside the lock. Island blues, singing in the dark, searching for a fire, looking for a spark. Stranded in paradise with a heavy mind, leaving the bitterness of the world behind. The king without a throne. Island blues, singing in the dark, searching for a fire, looking for a spark. Stranded in paradise with a heavy mind, leaving the bitterness of the world behind. Just the blues on the island. Let the guitar moan one more time under the palm trees. Where the lilies used to grow, I've been reaping seeds that I didn't mean to sow. There's a poison in the soil, a tang upon my tongue, echoes of the wicked songs that I have always sung. The tree that is tall must have a foundation deep. while the city of the greedy is falling fast asleep. You're digging in the dirt looking for a silver coin, but the strength is in the spirit where the ancestors join. The sap is rising like a fever in the vein, trying to find the nectar inside of all this pain. Bitter roots stretching through the clay, holding on for mercy at the end of the day. Ancient struggle buried out of sight, turning all the darkness into morning light. Neglect the origin, don't forget the source. A river never prospers if it strays from its course. The ancestors are watching from the mountaintop, the cycle of the justice no man can ever stop. I got a suitcase full of habits I can't shake, counting every promise that I knew I'd have to break. You talk about the spirit, I talk about the thirst. In this garden of Eden, I'm the one who's cursed. The sap is rising like a fever in the vein, trying to find the nectar inside of all this pain. Bitter roots stretching through the clay, holding on for mercy at the end of the day. Ancient struggle buried out of sight, turning all the darkness into morning light. And pride, there's a silent witness living deep inside. Extract the medicine from the wooden heart. This is where the healing is about to start. Bitter but strong, roots where we belong, deep in the earth, waiting for rebirth. Bitter roots stretching through the clay, holding on for mercy at the end of the day. Ancient struggle buried out of sight, turning all the darkness into morning light. The earth remembers the flavor of the struggle. Hold firm, my sister. Stand tall, my brother. Walking down the alley where the gutters overflow, faces in the windows with nowhere left to go. The smell of charcoal smoke and the sound of a fight, keeping up the struggle through the middle of the night. This is the crucible where the iron is made, standing in the fire, never being afraid. From the zinc shack rooftops to the dusty street, you can hear the rhythm of the righteous connected to the ancient root. Trench town soul, burning like a coal, taking back the dignity they tried to store. Raw and unfiltered, honest and deep, the kind of promise that we're gonna keep. Pebble carries a holy flame. Don't look for the riches in a bank or a vault. The wisdom is in the sweat and the ocean salt. I got the scars of the city etched on my skin, knowing all the places where the trouble begins. But the music is a ladder reaching for the sky, giving us a reason to hold our heads high. Tougher than the leather on a soldier's boot, staying firmly connected to the ancient root. Trench town soul, burning like a coal, taking back the dignity they tried to store. Raw and unfiltered, honest and deep, the kind of promise that we're gonna keep. And just the grit in the bone, building up a kingdom on a foundation stone. Soul in the valley, soul in the alley, soul never weary, soul never teary. Trench town soul, burning like a coal, taking back the dignity they tried to store. Raw and unfiltered, honest and deep, the kind of promise that we're gonna keep. Straight from the yard, never let down your guard. Real recognize real, that's the trench town feel. Pack my memories in a worn-out leather bag, watching my ambition start to droop and sag. Goodbye to the neon, goodbye to the cold. I'm trading in my silver for a different kind of gold. Welcome to the shelter of the emerald leaves, far away from tricksters and the city thieves. The banishment is over, the journey is done. Come and warm your spirit in the Caribbean sun. No more phone calls, no more digital noise, rediscovering our balance and our quiet joys. Sweet exile, a beautiful escape, leaving behind excess of greed. We've got everything that a hungry heart could need. Plant a little garden, watch the mangoes grow, learning all the secrets that the elders used to know.
I was a fugitive from my own restless mind, searching for a treasure that I could never find. But here in the silence, the fever starts to break. This is the smartest decision I could ever make.
No more phone calls,
no more digital noise, rediscovering our balance and our quiet joys. Sweet exile, a beautiful escape, oh, leaving behind the shadows and the heavy red tape. A voluntary prison, of sand and of sea, in this sweet exile. We are finally free.
is it a hideout or is it a home? No more reason for the spirit to roam. They call it a desertion, we call it a fine. Leaving the wreckage of the empire behind.
Quiet,
Sweet
soul,
sweet exile, sweet exile, a beautiful escape, leaving behind the shadows and the heavy red tape. A voluntary prison of sand and of sea, in this sweet exile.
we are finally free. Don't send a letter, don't call my name. I found a better kind of game. Red lipstick stains on a cracked coffee cup. I've been down so long, I forgot how to look up. They told me to behave, they told me to be still, but I've got a hunger that no sugar can fill.
Little sister, you're a flyer in a world made of ice. Freedom is a virtue that comes with a heavy price. Don't let them clip your wings or dye your spirit gray. The dawn is breaking for a brand new kind of day. A sweet revolution is brewing in the pot, giving everything we have, all that we have got. Cherry rebel, tart and so divine, breaking every rule and crossing every line.
shine.
The generals are marching with their boots upon the grass, but the power of the people is a force they can't surpass. Put a flower in the barrel, put a song upon your bed. Love is the only thing that's stronger than death. I'm messy and I'm loud, I'm a beautiful disaster, moving to a drum that's beating faster and faster. I wear my red dress while I tear the walls down. I'm the uncrowned queen of this dusty little town. A sweet revolution is brewing in the pot, giving everything we have, all that we have got. Cherry rebel, tart and so divine, breaking every rule and crossing every line. Bold as a berry, wild as a vine. In this chaotic world, you're gonna shine. The victory is tasting so incredibly sweet. Cherry rebel, sweet rebellion. Cherry rebel, one in a million. Cherry rebel, tart and so divine, breaking every rule and crossing every line. Bold as a berry, in this chaotic world, you're gonna shine. Stay rebel, stay sweet, stay sweet. The sound of the struggle, the sound of the street.